Akwaba, welcome to Tikyiile Talks. This is a platform where I, Tikyiile, have conversations with people from different walks of life who share their thoughts and pass their story thus far. I hope you enjoy. So what do you think of the current state of streetwear right now? And how would you define streetwear?
I don't know.
I think it's massive. No matter what you think now, it's absolutely huge.
I think there's definitely like sections of it, and you see like the hypebeast sections where you've got like the Yeezys and the Supreme stuff,
Vape and all that.
Yeah.
And what's your opinion on that? Do you wear much or?
You know, I do like Supreme, and I think they've got a lot of. I like the graphics they do, and there's a lot of cool stuff.
Palace as well. I rate Palace highly.
Yeah, I think Palace is.
And Dime, I'm into Dime stuff like that. And I think because we say they were at the start, they were definitely our inspirations to start a streetwear brand. Yeah. That was our. We always said, we want to be the next Supreme, we want to be the next Palace. But then
there's like sections of Supreme where you think
that's what we want to be, and then like there's other sections where we think.
So what kind of things would you say, you look at and think, yeah, we'd love to be like that in your own way?
I think consistency in drops.
Yeah.
I really like that. I like their designs.
I like the whole like brand ethos. Like Palace and Supreme, they just don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you read like Palace's,
they're so funny, mate. They're so funny.
And that's what
we kind of like sort of because we like Joe's a comedian, so we do sort of try and, but we don't want to directly copy that. But like we find
but we always said like, even if we're doing something like this, it's not because we're trying to do it like Palace, it's because we want it to be
authentic,
like us.
Your own self.
So we're never like saying stuff that we wouldn't say like on the thing,
And that's the thing, streetwear, like you say, I think this when you talk about sections, streetwear originally is skateboarders, and like they just don't care about anything.
Yeah,
they wear baggy tees because that's not what people wore in them days.
Yeah,
and that was the fashion stage. It's comfy, they can get about in it. And then now I think the sections like we're trying to avoid is like everyone, like when you see people in the streets wearing head to toe Supreme, do you know what I mean? It's a bit like it's a bit overkill. It's a bit overkill. Do you know what I mean? And like I think that's the hypebeast section. But we do sort of want to cater to them.
Not just that, but at the same time, like do you like I'm like
yeah. Well, we don't. Yeah, we would never ever.
That's the thing. Like we do what we want to do. So why should we be able to say like you're not allowed to wear Supreme head to toe like that?
But I think our.
But for your own personal taste,
it's the more like hardcore like streetwear, skateboarding, sort of like that sort of. Side to it where they just don't care and it's like
how do you define fashion? Because people say, oh, this isn't fashion or that wasn't fashion. So what is fashion?
I think there's obviously like trends. So like you say like these shoes are big. These shoes are selling. This top selling.
That shoe, you did that, didn't it?
Like like everyone's personal fashion is like your thing. Like if I want to wear like a mankini, like cool, I don't think anyone wants that.
I do like when, especially like living in places like Leeds and Liverpool as well. It's like very cultural.
I think uni definitely is.
Yeah, and I love seeing people like thinking. I look at them thinking I wouldn't personally wear that, but that looks sick. That looks sick. Yeah, you're pulling that off, sort of thing. Like, and I love seeing how people, because fashion is so subjective in it. You can whatever you think goes well, and you do see some monstrosities. You see some absolute shout out Doug Swallow. you do see some. You think but I think end of the day, if you think it looks good, and you look in the mirror and you think I look good, respect it, own it.
I do think uni's like massive with that, because I think coming from like Chesterfield,
small town sort of.
There's not a lot of. It's not like a vibrant fashion culture in Chesterfield, but like you go, like obviously Leeds, I think is a bit bigger than Liverpool.
It's a hub, and you get people
Birmingham.
From north, east, south, and west.
All those I think it's also a time where you like move out and you can start like expressing yourself
a lot more.
Because nobody knows you, they can reinvent
yourself. Exactly. So fair. Yeah.
And I think we did in a way, and that's sort of like I don't think if we'd have stayed at home.
My first year, I saw memories on my Snapchat my first year, and I used to wear skinny jeans every day, and like a polo all the time, or a button-up t-shirt. And I look at that now and it makes me feel sick.
Wow.
It makes me feel sick. And I think when I went to uni, I thought that was what I want to dress like. And then I think sort of established, like making friends at uni, and that I thought, now like this is my fashion now. And I started.
So why is that? Why do you think you used to wear those kind of things before you left uni?
I think it's
trends, isn't it? I think it is in them days.
It's just you wear what everyone's
wearing,
in a sense.
I think now more and more people go against trends. I think now more and more people think I can get away wearing.
Yeah.
Like if you wore dad shoes 5 years ago, you'd probably got looked at and thought, what the hell are you wearing?
Yeah, I think it's definitely coming from a relatively small town. It's like if you went out in town and we wore cords or something, we get ripped, wouldn't we? Yeah, because everyone would have skinny jeans on, or everyone would have certain things like a shirt or whatever, and that's cool. Like, but I think once you step out of that and you start to see other people like dressing completely differently, you sort of get that sense of this is I can do whatever I want here. Like, and nobody's gonna look at me and go, what are you wearing? Because everyone's wearing something different.
Exactly. Compared to like when you're still in school in a small town, everyone wears the same things. So if you wear something different, you're the odd one out. But if you're odd one out, if you're union, everybody's the odd one out, then it's fine because you do all these.
A quick disclaimer: me and Joe are not fashion icons, by the way.
Not yet.
Not yet. I wear trackies every day.
I do love a pair of. I
love it. Yeah. Some pajamas or something. I do love them, mate.
Because you guys also mentioned earlier about how you started because of music. Going into fashion. How do you think the music and fashion works well together?
No,
it's massive.
They're basically the same now. Like
culture in it, like culture overall, and then that's why I think people like Kanye and he bridged that gap, didn't he? A lot. Obviously throughout hip hop and obviously a lot.
I think maybe
more recently he started
bridging the gap. In our generation,
in our generation,
that's where. But like, there's loads like Tyler.
But like I watched Straight Outta Compton the other day. You all wear Oakland Raiders gear, and that made that massive. And you see, you know what I mean? You see NWA wearing that. You think, I want to wear Oakland Raiders gear.
It's like Run DMC with Superstar.
Exactly. Yeah, and he made them absolutely huge. And it's just like I think. It's like Nike going for Jordan. It's just like deals, isn't it? You find superstars to wear them.
Because a brand can't have like a personal superstar. Like Nike isn't a personal superstar. It's the people.
They've got those superstars in their own subdivisions.
Like you think Nike, I think Nike. I think Jordan. I think Tiger Woods. You know what I mean? I think you think of people, don't you? I don't.
Kobe.
Yeah, exactly. You don't directly think of.
So I think that's where music comes into it, and there's loads now. Like the collabs are just like everywhere.
Yeah, because you noticed that before, like for sports brands and those sorts of people, it was just you just collaborate with a sports person.
Yeah.
But now you've got Drake.
That's
Travis,
what I'm saying. That's
Kanye,
why. That's why the Nike Kanye thing was mad, and then he obviously got shaded out of that one and started.
What are your thoughts on that? Do you prefer his old stuff for the old?
I remember my brother buying a fake pair of the 𝐓𝐰𝐲-𝐏𝐿. Shout out Don Road. And I really didn't like them. But I think when I first saw these, I really didn't like them, and I think they did grow on me. But
why is that? Is it because you saw it more, or
that's the thing, yeah. And like you see them going for $9,000 on eBay, mate. You think I want a pair of them now.
Yeah.
And that's the hype.
You made yourself a little bit of money off from Yeezys, haven't you?
Yeah. That's what
side hustle, yeah.
That's my heartbeat phase, mate. Buying and selling t-shirts and shoes and that. But yeah, I think Then the Kanye, I think he's obviously done well for himself, hasn't he? He obviously made a right decision. I've always preferred Adidas over Nike anyway.
Why?
Personally. I don't know, football boots, mate.
See,
I was always a Nike don, an Adidas don. Yeah.
I feel like I was always Nike. Like I prefer Nike shoes and I prefer them now. But there was a phase where when Kanye was bringing out his stuff, I was like
into Adidas, yeah.
Yeah, because and like I've got a couple pair of Yeezys, but like I've gone back to Nike now.
Okay.
But I think I've gone back to Nike now. I prefer.
But you see the Virgil off what the Nike collab, that was mad, absolutely mad. I look that.
And again, he's not an athlete.
He's not an athlete or anything. He's just a fashion designer. But that in terms of like the shoes I've bought and that off white. When I went for that nightclub, that was my best one. That was the experience going to London, getting them was absolutely mad. So.
Because there's also now a history attached to the shoe when you go.
Exactly,
there.
yeah.
So I bought it online. We went to London. You did that. You saw the whole experience, and you enjoyed
crazy,
that.
Man.
What do you want to see in future with like people like Nike and Adidas in terms of the collabs?
I don't know. I think they're going the right way. I think it's
Who do you think's winning right now as well?
I don't know, in terms
Nike.
of collabs.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
think?
But Nike
Adidas, Beyonce.
Yeah, but
Beyonce,
Nike have got Drake, they've got Travis.
Yeah.
They've got obviously
Mate,
Jordan.
McDonald's have got Travis now.
They've got the Nike have got the biggest sports stars and the biggest pop stars.
That's true.
Maybe bar Beyonce.
Beyonce. Yeah, Drake just.
Yeah, but Kanye is still Adidas, isn't he?
Yeah, but I think I don't know if it's just me that thinks that because I think that's going like a little bit downhill.
The Kanye thing.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's on Yeezy though, isn't he? There's a lot of Yeezy stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think it's like
because he started his first Yeezy Boost came out in 2015. That's 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So a while ago.
And the thing is, his idea was obviously to he said eventually one day
everyone's get a pair.
Which I respect. Like
I remember when he said that, I was like,
don't be silly. It's not possible. It's not possible.
I was like, I go on this website. They're gone in about 10 seconds. What you mean, Kanye? Sort this out, mate.
I remember trying to get a pair and having to play a little like game.
Yeah. I had a Donald Trump one like jumping over a wall or something.
I know exactly.
I was like, it's not happening. And then I was lucky with the raffles.
Oh, you were so lucky. I won one raffle. No, I won. No, tell I won 2 raffles for the same pair.
Great. Great.
And you.
I got your bread. Yeah.
Yeah.
I queued for these. I queued from 5 o'clock in the morning in Leeds hip store for these.
Same day release.
Yeah, it's on the day release, and I remember getting there, and I could hear him muttering saying, "Oh yeah, there's no 9s or 10s available." And I thought, if I've just queued 8 hours for that, I will hurt someone. And I went in there at 9.5 and thought, yeah, that's me. I'm done.
Jeez. What do you say is the best pair of clothing you have? Best piece of clothing, whether shoes or.
I mean, I sold my Prestos.
Okay, fine. The best thing that you've ever bought in terms of either the best shoe and the best piece of clothing.
Talk about like hype and stuff like that. When I got the off-white Prestos, I went to London on my own from Leeds. Got a coach.
The blacks or the white?
The black, the first the OG, okay. The proper first ones. I got a coach from Leeds to London. Got them from Offspring in Selfridges. And then I was skinny at uni. I was like, and I already had the 90s. Yeah, I already had the 90s, and they were like my grails. They were like my babies that I kept in a lock, like away. No one could ever touch them. So I had the Prestos, and I thought I need to sell them. And I saw them going for like ridiculous money. And I remember on the coach home from London to Leeds, I took a photo of them on the coach, and by the time I got home, they'd already sold for 750 quid.
Wow.
I remember, but that's the regret. That's like I remember thinking now. I wish I held on to them. Yeah, big time.
Why? Because you want to sell them on later. You would have worn them.
See, I hate the selling culture. I'd always get a pair for myself, and then if I got another pair,
you sell on.
Because I got 2 pair of the Waves, and I sold them. I'd sold them because why would I need 2 pairs? You know what I mean? But
2 pair of breads.
2 pair of
Zeb. How many triple whites did you get?
About 5 in the end.
Jeez. And I was just entering all the exact same raffles. And was getting
Mate, I remember that was mad. I went Manchester, Birmingham, London, picked 3 pairs up. And I got a pair online. Yeah, and then but I don't like the selling culture. I think if you buy something you want to, but I think that is just part of the.
But that's a business as well.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And I needed money at uni. That's all it was. Don't come from it.
My favourite piece of clothing is the mobile tee for the
22.5 mobile tee coming soon.
Also, a close runner-up is the sunflower tee.
Coming soon.
Not in summer. Summer capsule.
Wow. I mean, let's talk about that. So you've brought some new pieces.
Got you some
samples.
You got you a little present, mate. A goodie bag.
So they can show them. So you can show this camera what we've got.
Beanies are 1 of 1.
Beanie 1 of 1.
This is the stuff we do there. Like we trial on everything like this, but in that quality. Like we make them as if we were gonna sell them. To make sure we know.
They don't size, I assume do a large move.
We did iron that.
It's good. I appreciate that, boys. First guest to give me a present. So
oh really?
You're the first person other than us to have that T-shirt. So.
Wow. And a sample as well.
Privilege, man. Yeah, but that's one.
When is this dropping?
Oh.
I think we definitely soon.
In the next week. Our plan was we gave ourselves 3 weeks to do this. We were going to release it 25th of August.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Obviously, it's not the 25th of August.
This is the thing. Like, if you talk about getting into a cloak, I think any sort of business yourself, you have an idea of like what you want to do, and then there's always hurdles.
There's always extra costs.
I always remember when we first started. I went, "This is easy." I remember we had a meeting. It was like 6 a.m. in the morning. Like we went all the way through the night. And I went, "This is easy, Joe." I went, "This is so easy." And then
when you realise that if it's so easy, why is nobody doing it?
Yeah, I was like, "Why is not everyone not starting their own business?" Then I realised every time you have an idea, you think this is going good. There's always a hurdle. There's always one thing that will set you back, and you just have to keep pushing through it. Yeah.
So essentially, just jinxed us.
Yeah, pretty much. I put a whole jinx on the whole business.
You'd be cool.
It's one of them, innit, witchcraft stuff. But with this, we wanted this out about 2 weeks ago. We've had a few setbacks with suppliers and stuff like that. Because, like we said, our old supplier has gone MIA, absolutely off the face of the earth. I don't know if it's COVID. I don't know what's happened.
Yeah.
But
how has COVID impacted the business? Would you say? If it has.
I think in terms of meeting each other, it affected us. Because I could have come and seen you so many times.
To be honest, I think with uni, like the end of uni, I was still at uni, like in Liverpool, and obviously had like assignments for final year and stuff.
Yeah.
And Matt was working a lot.
That's what sort of set us back a bit. Is like,
like
we're both doing a lot of things. And it was hard to find time to do business at the same time.
And because it's not like our livelihood, like we don't depend.
Yeah, we don't depend on it. We
on
could
the brand,
could sort of put it on the shelf and like sit on it a bit.
And it sort of just gets pushed back behind things. Like I've got uni work to do. You've got work to do, like and stuff. So it did get put on hold anyway. And then I finished now. Like you're still working, but like we got more time to do stuff.
Do it,
so we thought
we've sort of like what we used to do is just like think, right, next drop we'll do this. We sort of planned like a brief like sort of, and we know we know right now we're not going to stick to that plan because
we're going to try.
But we plan like the next year in our heads of what we want to bring out and what when we want to bring it out, what we're going to call it and stuff like that, and ideas. So that is our aim now, just to be more consistent, just to be.
How do you do that? Because obviously, I'm sure there's days where you wake up and thinking, "Oh, I just can't bother to do this today," and you push it back. How do you motivate yourself to get back on track?
But when I'm sleeping, you can wake me up.
I think the main thing is the time, because like I finished uni and then it was just like apply for jobs, and then COVID happened. It was like recession. You're not getting a job.
It's hard. It's hard for everyone, really.
So I think it was just a case of now we've got a little bit more time. We go back to the drawing board because we've only released 2 things, like, and it's been going for a fair amount of time.
Yeah, a few years.
So
I think when you say like how do you motivate yourself to do, I love doing it. I actually like last night you got to mine at about 6. We went to bed at about 2:30. We just didn't stop from 6 or half. And I loved like every minute of doing that. It was like the nitty gritty stuff as well, like the stuff like we do like the creative stuff's obviously the most enjoyable stuff, and like
that's the easiest stuff, and then you get to the stuff where you've got to
like the website and
So how is the website doing? What's the plan for that?
We've had a reboot.
We've revamped it. We always wanted a website because we thought
we like people start off they sell through Depop and stuff like that, and like that is their obviously that's an easier outlet, but we
wanted our own channel because you can do.
Manage that better.
And you've got full control over it as well.
Yeah.
Right.
So for this next drop, we've had a reboot. So on drop day, it will change. Like the website will change. It will look a bit different. But
because I think before it was good, and the photos we had were like the model photos. But we've sort of changed it to a little bit simpler. It's like less clicks to get to the basket.
Where you need to go.
So this is the first drop 1 and 2 are both on the website, I'm guessing.
But if you compare the website to what it's going to be in a few weeks to part 1, it's completely different. And that's where we've like established ourselves a bit more, and like we've learned from stuff like that. So
the website was one of the things we really learned from as well, because it's a big cost. Like we didn't really need to do a website.
No, we could have. You
yourself, you got somebody else to do it for you. I'm assuming so.
Well, no, we do it ourselves, but like through a website builder.
Okay,
yeah. We don't write the code, but
no free brand deals.
Yeah, we build it all ourselves. Like I think we've done a good job on that, to be honest.
It's one of the. I think in terms of like a brand, we always say like we want people to come onto our Instagram or something and think, oh, these guys they're taking it serious. Like, this is an actual brand. So I think you need a website attached to that. even though, like you say, it's a big cost, I think we always knew we needed that attached to it.
You see, before when I was looking through, I was thinking, let me look at Instagram. I wasn't sure we had a website now. I clicked on the website. Okay, these guys are serious.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've got a website, it elevates you.
You think. I always say, fake it till you make it, man.
there is that.
You make it,
mate.
Just keep doing your thing. But
the website it set us back in a way. The website, because we weren't like bringing stuff out in this like period.
Yeah,
like there was a big gap between like 1 and 2, and then 2 and now, and because we pay like a yearly or monthly fee for the website. That's like a fixed cost, and if we're not bringing stuff out regularly,
there's no point. Yeah, it's just
the website's
negative,
just like increasing, like the decreasing the profit. So now we have a plan of more frequent drops.
It's going to be worth it, isn't it?
The website becomes more worth it, and we can make the website a bit better.
And
as
how
well,
do you tend to keep on being consistent as well?
That's what I'm saying. We sat down a few weeks ago and we both had the same idea that because we think to become established like what we want to be, we need to be consistent. We need to bring stuff out, which is very, very hard when you've got minus money.
Yeah, and obviously you're both working, you're doing your other things.
Yeah, so it's like so we need so we know we need to be consistent, and like we're planning, like I said, we plan this year out where we think like we'll have a drop there, we'll have a drop there. I think we will try our hardest to stick to that, but it does kind of depend on like how well this drop does and how well other drops do because they sustain like our model sort of thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. The way we did it is we invest the initial thing, sell, and then the money we make goes straight back into it. And
I've always said, give us 10 grand and we'll make it, mate. We'll be massive. But it's
you're making what you have anyway. So
exactly, yeah. So, but that's our sort of brand strategy. That's our model sort of way, and we know that. So, but we're going to be. Like when we say like we've had time out and stuff like, I don't think we've got any excuses really now.
No. I mean, I do start uni like in like
What's that?
20 days.
But you're gonna have to find time, aren't you?
Yeah, no, but I'm happy to put uni on hold for this. Like I've got 1 degree. I don't really need another one.
I've got 1 degree, Dr. Sciascia.
No, but I'm way like now we got a plan.
I'm more committed.
Way more. Like I'm more excited about it.
Yeah, really.
Because before it was like, let's bring one out. Like we need to get one out. And now it's like,
you know when you have to have it out.
I think as well, like we can cook up an idea and like before, like when we knew nothing about Illustrator and Photoshop, it was hard to make ideas. It was like, we didn't really think that looked good. But I think now we can sit down and be like, oh, I think this looks cool, and we can get something good out. So. Yeah, stay tuned.
You definitely sorted out your foundation in the sense that all the things you would have missed out. It's just like you said, you know exactly what you want now.
Exactly, yeah.
Skip all the hard stuff.
100%. And I think like them like tough start. Like every business has a tough startup. You know, it's
you don't know what you're doing. It's a new world.
Unless you're a unicorn, mate, you just make
you have
millions.
mentors as well.
Yeah, exactly, mate. And I think we are learning on the job. That is the thing. We are learning on the job, and I think now we've got to a point where like, I'm not going to say like we're going to be massive or anything, but I think we're at the point now where I think we can really like take it forward, And like I said, if you don't like us, we're going to be sticking around. So deal with it.
If I come back to you guys 5-10 years time, where do you want to be?
Right here.
Right here again
doing
on the show.
doing podcast 1000, mate.
Yeah,
bigger.
come on.
Tikyiile Talks 1000, mate. 100%.
Get a couple sponsors by then.
Mate, I'll have the red
This
ones.
is brought to you by.
I don't know. I want to be one day. Ideally, I want to be at a point where I don't have to have a job, and this.
Yeah, we can rely on it. Yeah,
a full-time job.
Like me and Joe always said, if we got like £15,000 a year from it, or £18,000 a year,
as long as we could sustain ourselves, and this was our full-time job, I'd be way more happy than doing that.
Yeah,
and sat in an office.
I think that's how it started, wasn't it? Because I think me and you are both. Like I've done office work and I don't mind doing it and stuff, but it's just
your passion is this.
I think we want to be our own bosses, don't we, sort of thing. And I think
everyone always says chase your dreams.
Yeah, sure. That's what you're doing right now.
Yeah. But I think when your passion is sort of linked to making money as well, that's when you've got something special there. Do you know what I mean? And especially when it's with your best mate. You know what I mean? So
it's happiness and everything.
Isn't it? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think 5 years time, we'll have our own gaff.
Come on.
Whoa. Whoa.
We'll have our own gaff. We'll have Domino's every Tuesday. Two for
Own
Tuesday.
shop.
We have thought
yeah.
I'd love to have a little pop-up shop somewhere.
See, I think a lot of the streetwear thing is like Paris, London.
Yeah,
but I'd happily
Japan.
have a shop
Homegrown.
like Liverpool or Leeds or Sheffield. Like, I think
bit different sort of thing.
I think a shop, it wouldn't even necessarily be like our main income, because I don't think it ever is. But it's like its own sort of advertising.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And like it just makes
people walk past and look at it.
Yeah, yeah. And it makes you.
We always think like if we had like a big shop and we had like our offices above it, like
that'd be
to look down.
Carnage.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be carnage. Yeah.
Just to like have our own shop layout, like as well, like.
That is definitely.
Yeah.
That is definitely.
It's definitely
that's
on
a
the
dream.
bucket
Yeah,
list,
that is
yeah.
definitely a dream.
Well, you definitely started the right way. Like you definitely can promise him.
Thank you,
Cheers,
bro.
Hey, before we wrap up, have you got anything else you want to say?
Up the blades.
Summer capsule coming soon.
Summer capsule coming
Yeah.
soon. Can't put a date on it, but
I think people like it. I think people will be
Surprise.
maybe even a little bit surprised.
yeah, I think it's a lot better than the
We've
other
jumped from one product to two products to
multiple.
4,
4 or 5 different
8, 9
colours
now. I
and stuff
think
like
we've
that.
got
So.
9 different.
So yeah, exciting times, mate.
Definitely.
But
Exciting
I
times.
think people will be happy. It's got a little bit of something for everyone.
Yeah, because like we
Definitely colour choices, which we've been missing.
Yeah, wow.
yeah, colourful times. Love it.
Yeah, summer capsule in not summer. What we?
Well, we can't say a week because we don't know when this is coming out.
Yeah, but by the time this is out, you'll
Yeah,
be
it'll
definitely
Right,
yeah.
so winter drop coming soon.
If it's not already sold out, summer drop.
Yeah, we'll put a link to the website.
Site, whack it on there. Yeah, cheers, boss.
Well, that's been episode 6 of Tikyiile Talks with Matt and Joe from 22.5. It's been a pleasure having these boys here. Look at them go. Cheers, boys. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, cheers for having us, bro.
Is that cringy?
Yeah, a little bit.
Cheers, boss. Cheers, man.